The Green Knight, which is directed by David Lowery, which was released in the 24th of September 2021 in UK, and the age rating is 15, and you can watch it in cinemas and in Amazon Prime. Follows Dev Patel's Sir Gawain as he journeys towards the Green Chapel as he faces the eponymous Green Knight. It's worth mentioning that this film is not a typical swashbuckling knights movie. In fact, there is very little action, is very slow-paced, and is dripping with atmosphere. The film, which is a retelling of the 14th century text Sir Gawain and the Green Knight by an anonymous author, and where the fact is that it wears the retelling as a badge of honour. Though I don't know how faithful the adaptation is, that this badge is evident when through the text graphics that split the many chapters, which takes its words from the actual text. I believe, I've not read it, and it has many different fonts that show the many different eras and ages that has been told in. For its message, I found its primary theme was facing fear. I also found those messages regarding decency, human decency, and toxic masculinity. What is great about how the film is that how it uses its location and sound. There's a lot of diegetic sound alongside a brilliant score by Daniel Hart, which accompanies the film's relation to nature. You can feel the creaking of when the Green Knight moves, which is accompanied by his great makeup and costume. The location and cinematography complements it as well, because it gives you a sense that you are in the location. It also helps to give it a feeling of mysticism, with a special shout-outs to the massive giants, talking foxes, and ghosts. And it does quite simply and superbly, like when in the scene when King Arthur consults Merlin, and Arthur played by Sean Harris and Merlin played by Emmett O'Brien, on regarding the presence of the Green Knight, where he just looks to Merlin and he closes his eyes, and then the lighting changed to show that he's using his powers to check, and then gives a worried expression like, this is bad news and stuff. So lighting is also quite well used in giving you the sense of the period. There is no electronic lights back then, of course, and so it's all done naturally. So, and there's like holes on the roof where it comes down. So it's really, the lighting really comes from the outside and nature itself, which of course ties in with one of the themes I found. Another great use of lighting was the character of Saint Winifred, as played by Erin Kellyman, to give a strange ghost, which gives it a strange ghostly feeling when we're in her presence. As I mentioned earlier, there isn't really a lot of action, which may sound like a criticism, but it really isn't, as it isn't that type of film. It feels more like a character studies than a Knights Go on Quest adventure film, and the pacing allows to give the film its atmosphere, as I mentioned earlier, with its slow shots and turning camera angles. My only criticism was that early in the film was that many characters speak in Old English, and I just found it quite difficult to understand what they were saying. It's not a criticism that is in the entire film, that problem dies out later. The Green Knight is a joyously different film which contains many interesting themes and ideas, which is quite cleverly executed with symbolism and atmosphere. 4.5 out of 5 stars. That was my film review. Bye.